Let's see. Let's see, Alright, we're just gonna cross that bridge when we come to it. There are several handmade scented candles on the top of the desk. Miku made them. She probably made them especially with me in mind. But for that reason, I can't bring myself to light them, so they just sit there, unlit and unused. On the shelf I keep my photo books and newspapers. Miku bought most of the photography books for me. She has a good eye for these things, but most of them I have hardly even glanced at. Wow, aren't you? There, on the shelf is a camera I never use anymore. I used to enjoy using that camera. Back in the day when I used to take pictures for fun. What kind of camera is that? Looks old. Well, it's right there too. We're gonna judge our room. There isn't any tape I want to listen to right now. What's this small box? Nothing. Closet. Closet. My clothes are thrown carelessly into the closet. I've never been a tidy person, and unless I make a real effort, things soon get like this. Miku must have not seen in here yet. She would never have left it in this state. Man, what the fuck? Is Miku just your mom? Is she just your provider for the rest of your life? Pieces of my work are pinned up on the wall. There are more scenery shots now than there used to be. I don't feel ready yet for the projects that involve taking pictures of people. So for the first time ever, we actually play a main character who's a photographer. Good morning, Miku. This is Miku's room. Even if this is my house, I don't really like to go into a room without permission. No, I know Miku wouldn't care at all, though. Miku cool like that. Used room. Ever since the accident, I try not to come in here unless I have a good reason. Alright, well, don't want to go into anyone else's room, so we'll just go downstairs. Good morning, Ray. It looks like it's going to rain all day today, too. You don't have to work so much this week, so why don't you try to relax? Ray, you've been working too much lately. You were woken up by a bad dream this morning. Not to mention what happened when we were out collecting data the other day. Anyway, let's try to take it easy today. Thanks, Miku. You look pretty, by the way. That reminds me, there was a letter. It's addressed to you. Letter from Kai. Ray, Kai. There we go. You, dear you. Sorry for not writing for so long. How are things with you and your fiancé? I'm continuing my investigation of the urban legend. Like I thought, my niece's symptoms bear many similarities to the strangest disease associated with that urban legend. I think most of the story is groundless rumor, but I heard there was a psychiatric study done. If you have it, I'd like to see it. Maybe it'll provide a clue. I'm taking a break from all my other work to devote myself to studying the urban legend. I'd like your help. According to the documents I've studied, the camera I sent you is apparently a rare camera obscura. Given where I found it, it may have some connection to the missing people in the urban legend. If you hear anything, please tell me. Regards, Kei Amakura. It is Miku and Kei Amakura. Same last name as Mio and Mayu from last game. It's just a big family fucking reunion. It's Kei Amakura. He's written several times before. Have you still not told him about you? Use camera obscura. I wonder if it'll be in Yu's room. Well, now I can go into Yu's room. But I'm gonna investigate. The storage space under the stairs. It's full of old newspapers and magazines. That's what it is? I spent my entire life watching people and then playing this game myself thinking it was a basement. Because, you know, that would kind of make sense in my brain. But whatever. There's information about Kay. I never met him personally, but he was a friend of you. He used to write from time to time. You seem to have known lots of people both professionally and privately. According to the letter, he and you were doing research into urban legends. Maybe the camera obscura was somehow connected to that. I should tell him about the accident. Yeah, that accident's gonna be held over our head for a while. Cat. 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 Look at the cat. There are no basements in Japan. They're very rare. Ah, thank you for the fact. Would have never known that. We decided against having a TV in our own rooms and bought a bigger one for the living room instead. I hardly watch it at all these days. Bro, where's your PS2? How are you gonna play Fatal Frame 3? In the corner is an ornamental potted plant. Looking after it is Miku's job. Come to think of it, Miku looks after just about everything in the house these days. Bruh, when are we gonna do a Miku Appreciation Day? Cause, like, fuck. From here you can see across the counter and see the whole of the living room. A real mom's eye view. The tableware is kept here inside the cupboard. Used things are kept clean here, too. The sink is cleanly polished. This feels more like Miku's place than mine. Honestly? With how much you bring up Miku just being the one that cleans, takes care of everything, has literally bought you materials for your profession. I lived in Japan for 4 years and didn't even realize until 2 months before I left. Ooh, exciting. I bet it was fun, even if there was a... Did you have a lot of trouble with, what's the word I'm looking for? Language barrier. There it is. That's what I wanted. The large oven range with a 4-burner stove. I was determined to get the most out of it when we moved in, but in fact, I've not used it at all except for boiling water or fixing a simple meal. Same. I also don't cook. This is the dishwasher I bought for Miku. I thought it would make life easier for her, but she hardly ever seems to use it. Lacquerware and fragile plates damage easily if you wash them in a machine, she says. Why is Miku just mom in this game? Miku hardly ever asked for anything, but she begged me to buy her this microwave. It wasn't cheap, but we've been eating all kinds of new things since we got it. No thanks to me, though. The only thing I've used it for is heating up instant meals. Okay. Wow, what's a slow rumble in the background as well? Stuck to the refrigerator door are my work schedule, a calendar with the supermarket discounts, days marked on it, and post-it notes with recipes on them. Miku cooks all the meals. She seems to enjoy doing chores around the house. I don't know what I'd do without her, really. Well, let's investigate the rest of the house. I'm half Japanese. I understand most, but have trouble speaking. Kanji will be the death of me, though. Ah, that's cool. The faint light pierces the curtains and shines through into the entrance area. It's not the same. I'm fully Hispanic. I'm Puerto Rican Cuban. I'm that fancy kind of, mixed breed. But I never got around to learning Spanish properly, and my family never, taught me as I grew up, so I literally don't know my own language. It kind of sucks. There was one point when I was learning in middle school that I couldn't talk it, but I understood what other people were saying to a better extent, but that soon fell off. Miku's low-heeled shoes are under the shoe rack. If we cleaned away used shoes, there'd be plenty of room for all of Miku's. But Miku be a fashionista? Bro, there's only one pair of shoes. What are you talking about? Is it in the cupboard? The shoe rack is still full of used shoes as well as mine. Oh, okay, so there's a rack that just... Oh, okay. Get it. Bathroom! I can see my face reflected in the mirror above the wash basin. Maybe I've lost a little weight again. I don't know, you look fabulous. Honestly, you don't look too bad. Considering in the Fatal Frame series the models are always thin as fuck, I can't tell. Miku takes care of washing the clothes too. It's a real help. I'll never be good at housework. She's been complaining these past few days that she can't hang the clothes out to dry because of the rain. Get her a dryer, since, you know, she does everything in the house. You might as well hook her up. There's no one in the bath. Even when I'm busy, I like to soak in the tub every day. Recently, though, I've just been taking showers. I like that phrasing. There's no one in the bath. There's only 2 people living in this house. There's no one in the bath, though. Yeah, you have to keep speaking it in order to have the vocabulary. It's super easy to forget your native language, too. Oh, thanks. I feel a little bit better. I constantly got picked on by my brothers for not knowing, Spanish at all. And it was kind of annoying. A clothes chest that Miku brought with her from home. Inside are Miku's kimonos and the funeral mourning that I have worn just once. Eesh. As well as cushions and bedding, the closet is full of used old books, still where we left them when we first moved in. I have never looked inside them. I guess they must be something to do with his work. And then that's clipping. Use altar. You. Literally being covered by an angel. But in traditional Japanese houses, they have a altar to mourn their loved ones. There's a lot of clipping in specifically this room, but it's fine. Boxes. We use this place for storing the cleaning things and other tools. Some of these cupboards, cardboard boxes haven't been touched since we moved in. And fuck. Then here's the red room, because she's a photographer and she needs one. I don't have any film I can develop now. I literally don't know how red rooms are supposed to work for filmography, but your guess is as good as mine. I don't know. I've never been into photography. This was supposed to be a storeroom, really, but they put in a sink so I could develop my pictures here. It's one awkward storeroom, honestly. It looks kind of creepy. Like, even without the red light, it looks kind of creepy. I knocked on the toilet door, but it looks like there's no one inside. Stop wording it like that! It looks like no one else besides me and my actual roommate are at the house. Yeah, I think that's a good thing. Cat. Where's Cat? Cat. Cat, 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 cat. Cat, where'd he go? You got nothing to say for me, Miku? Fine. I will leave. Cat. Cat, 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 cat. Fine. Wait, are you staring at Yu's door or Miku's door? When I was in Japan, I started forgetting English. Found myself having to remember what things were called or how to say certain phrases. Aww. Darn. That'd probably be me too, because I just only know the one language, so I don't know. The red light doesn't expose the film, so it's safe to use when handling film. Oh, I understand. Okay, wait. I think I learned that a long time ago. I just don't know, like, all the other, you know, procedures about having a red room, besides the fact that the red helps keep the pictures from getting damaged or any kind of way. I don't understand the water part, if it's supposed to be water or some special kind of chemical. And then just things like that. I haven't seen like a red room in media in super duper long. There was something about some sort of camera obscura that you owned written in the letter. The camera obscura. Could it be the same camera I saw in my dream? It's chemical, not water. Ooh. Am I gonna? Yeah, I'm gonna sound like such a dummy. Alright, class. Today you're gonna teach me what a red room is supposed to do for film.
Ray, may I help you with something?
Oh, I just wanted to ask you.
Yeah, I feel when your fiance isn't alive anymore, but you still want him to be. Oh, that sounded so mean. It's two chemicals generally, and then water. First chemical, second chemical, then bath. Hydroquin, quinon, phendion, and demazon. No water. At least where I worked didn't use water back in the day. I hope I said those right. I was thinking about my chemistry class back in high school because I was thinking about rewatching Breaking Bad again. And I'm like, I don't remember how good I did in that chemistry class, but I remember the teacher liked me, so couldn't have been that bad. I stand corrected and I bow to Issei. Yeah, Issei, thank you for being the smarty. You don't even... That's fine, that's fine. At least you know what the chemicals are. So even if you can't pronounce it, you'll at least be able to figure them out from the crowd. I'm gonna Snoopy Snoop. There's some cardboard boxes here in the corner of the room. After what happened, I tried to sort through his things. But after a while, I just couldn't go on anymore, and I haven't touched them at all since. We're in that big mourning process. Used clothes are still hanging inside his closet. I decided not to tidy them away. Once they were in boxes, I knew they'd never come out again. Well, I know it's really hard to lose a family member. I understand, but like you have to let go eventually, and like those clothes could go to a good cause. The bookshelves are full of volumes of folklore, philosophy, and anthropology. All those books I would love to read, honestly. I love folklore and old shit. They're all used books used for his work, and ones that were never published by his company. Ooh. There was a time when I used to be interested in them, but it was only a passing phase. Darn. I wish I was. There's typed and handwritten letters on the desk, along with several books. And I hardly touched anything in here since that day. I just can't bring myself to tidy everything away. Pardon me. There's a notebook left out on the top of the desk. Alright. Thank you so much, Issei. Thank you so much, Amanda, for teaching me about what a red or a dark room is supposed to do. Now, next class, you gotta tell me when the camera was first invented, and then when people started theorizing that you could actually capture ghosts on them. There we go. That's today's subject. Perhaps somebody was in the middle of working? That's a notebook. Oh my god, 11 pages. Holy shit. Many of the urban legends classified as the Lost Village are modeled on real incidents such as a village where was ruined when one villager massacred the others. They are often an amalgamation of well-known actual incidents, legend, and oral tradition. Settings such as the isolated mountain village or bygone customs like night thrice or ceremonies often act to trigger the incidents themselves, and these in turn become the motif for urban legend. I'm gonna drink some water, hold on. Okay. The reason for the popularity of urban legends may lie in the notion of the view of the country from the city, or the modern bias towards the ancient. To people in the modern city, the village in the wilderness, and those who live there are different. Perhaps that scorn or fear finds expression in that urban legend. For that reason, the setting of the legend must be the isolated mountain village. Further, bygone customs are attractive elements that end up acting to provoke the incident. As a case in point, there are stories about the area around the Minakami Dam where Mayu went missing. The Lost Village. In the mountains of the Minakami area, that's actually the true name of the village from Fatal Frame 2, by the way. I never actually said that. There was once a massacre in the so-called Lost Village. Years ago, on the night of a certain festival, there was a great massacre and the village disappeared from the map. Only one woman survived. If you walk in the forest where the village once lay, there was a small guardian statue that if you continue, you'll come to the shrine gate that forms the entrance to the village. If you should pass through the gate, you'll never return. The night of the massacre continues in this village where day will never break again. And a woman's horrific laugh rings throughout the village. It's the best laugh, actually. It was really good. Really good ambiance. Next, we had the Manor of Bizarre Murders, where the same tragedy reoccurs. The scale is smaller, but generally speaking, it resembles the pattern of the village, as it is made up of elements based on true incidents. Below is an example of this. It has to do with Mafuyu's disappearance. The House of Mutilation. In the mountain area of Himuro, there remains a manor where years ago there was said to be a massacre. There have always been vanishings in the nearby forest, and many of the spirited away are said to end up in the manor. Their corpses have been found with both hands, legs, and heads severed off. One more example of the extremely related Manor of Sleep urban legend that I'm researching now. The Manor of Sleep legend was picked up in various magazines in the 1960s, but incidents with very similar characteristics can be found here and there in older media. This newspaper from the early 1900s is of no relation to when the Manor of Sleep legend was taken up, but the background of the spirited aways and those people's later conditions may bear similarities to the Manor of Sleep urban legend. I'm still investigating, but these incidents may trace back to the 19th century, and I have seen legends in several folklore books that may have become the basis for the Manor of Sleep. Holy shit! The urban legend about the house with the sleepies nighttime pajama party. Wait, I just came up with a great idea. I don't know if it's a great idea, but it's a great idea in my head, so thus I will go for it. To make it more interesting, the Manor of Sleep is now going to be termed as the Manor of Slumber Parties. Let's go. It's longer, I don't care. I will do it just because it's funnier. Perhaps this is what Kai was asked to investigate. You add a well-organized book on urban legends in your file. Pajama Manor. Let's go. Pajama party at the Manor of Sleep? Who's in? I'm in. After you receive new information, you may find related books and documents in bookcases or desks. Oh, so every single time I come back to the house, I have to go investigate all the bookshelves for more information. Snuggle House. Mano, you're so into it. I love it. An old newspaper stuck in the notebook. I'm scared. 3 page. Okay. Series of vanishings across region. According to sources, before dawn yesterday, a mother and daughter who live in Myojin village went missing. The missing are Maki Kuzuhara and her daughter Kozui. I'm trying to pronounce it right, but I'm not sure how you pronounce it. Kozue. I think that. Since last year, the two have been searching for Kuzuhara's missing husband. The two reportedly wandered the mountains nearly every day. The informant says, I hadn't seen them for several days, so I went to visit them. There was no answer, so I went inside, but they were gone. I only saw some black soot-like marks. Similar disappearances are being reported across the area, and some are calling them spirited ways. And it's my pocket. Jesus Christ. There are times, I already read that. Okay. Use research. According to the notebook left on his desk, he was doing some research for Keiyamakura. His notes are full of accounts of old urban legends and newspaper clippings about disappearances and people who were spirited away. Fuck, that's a lot of reading. We already just started the game and already. Ooh, that's... Oh, look at the gramophone. Look at the record players on the bottom. Wait, I can look myself. Bro, that model. Oh, you poor thing. You look a cut above the rest. Gimme. On the shelf was a letter and a camera similar to the one I saw in my dream. It looks like the K letters from K. Oh my god. Okay, don't do it. Okay. Dear you, during my research on the Manor of Sleep urban legend, I finally made it to a certain deserted village lost even from the map. I found this camera in a huge abandoned house near that village. My niece Mio, when Mayu disappeared, she caused you a lot of trouble, so you probably remember her. Saw this camera and she was scared stiff. I wonder if it reminded her of that unspeakable incident. Oh, my baby Mio. My baby Mio is still scarred. For now, I'd like you to take care of the camera. You know about antiques, so could you look it over for me? I don't think you'll be able to reach me for a bit, but I'll contact you, so let me know when you find what you find then. Regards, Kei Amakura. Oh, pardon me. Could this camera be the same camera obscura I saw in my dream? It's older than the one in the dream, and the inscription on the back is illegible. Even so, it does look very similar to that camera. I tried pushing the shutter button, but there was no response. It looks like it's broken. There's still old film inside the camera obscura. Musty film, looks pretty old, but it does seem to have been spoilt by being exposed at all. Or it doesn't seem to have been damaged. Okay, it's just fucking damaged. The word's damaged. What could be on it? I wonder if I can develop it in the dark room. Okay, so Mana was right. I've been calling it a red room. It's just called a dark room. Okay, but which name is cooler, red room or dark room? I need this debate. Hi, Miku. Okay, bye, Miku. Oh.
It seems like you're having a lot of nightmares lately. Are you alright?
Are you okay?
It's raining again.
Fascinating. Blood room. The blood room. Let's go to the blood room, everyone. We'll be able to develop our pictures in the blood of our enemies. Let's go. Yes? Interesting. Thanks for the pan away. An old roll of film from inside the camera obscura. There is definitely something on the film. I wonder if I can develop it. Yes. Woman in the photo. An image has appeared of a crying woman, just as I thought. I must have taken this during that dream. All the film has been developed. Hiya, Carl. The camera obscura. The abandoned house. The picture I took in my dream. Maybe if I investigate this woman, I can find something out. Carl, you miss me being taught by Professor Mana and Professor Issei about what a dark room is. It was really fun. I promise. It was really good though. It was really cute. The woman whose image appeared on the film from inside the camera obscura. No doubt about it, it was the same woman I saw inside the manor, in my dream. Just like with you that time. Oh, wait, articles! Oh god, articles. Okay. Camera obscura. An old camera etched with the words camera obscura. I found a camera like the one I picked up in my dream in Yu's room. Apparently Kay sent it to him. Is this the same camera I saw in my dream? You know, I spent this entire time in this house, and the one thing that I should have very obviously stated as soon as we, like, you know, spawned in the house was that for the first time in a Fatal Frame game, you spend time outside of the ghosty fucking house. Or village. Or whatever. Look at you, you get to live a day in the life of Rei Kurosawa. That's her last name, by the way. Had a nice and fun 2 hours with girlfriend. That's good. I'm proud of you. Wait a minute. I fucked up. We have to go back downstairs. See, remember, Ray doesn't do anything for herself. She doesn't even dress herself at this point. It's about to get to that point where Miku just does it for her. Anyway, Ray isn't gonna research by herself. That's not the point of this game. We give it to Miku. Miku, about the woman in this picture, I was wondering if I could get you to try and find out as much about her as you can. This very, very nondescript, very average-looking woman. Can you give me her date of birth, her fucking horoscope, the day she realized she could write? I don't know. Miku, I want everything about this woman right now. Just give me it. Anything is fine. Yes, well, this is a very old picture, so I found it in Yu's room. It's okay if you can't find anything out. It was just something about her.
Understood. I'll let you know if I find anything.
Wouldn't it be surprised if Miku bathed Ray at this point? Honestly, we're getting to that point of Ray being so depressed from the accident that she's just gonna be like emotionally handicapped and just not be able to move for herself. If you show the photos you developed to Miku, sometimes you can ask her to investigate them for you. If you have them investigated, you can come talk to Miku later to get books and other information. Very, 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 very text-heavy game. By the way, ooh, look at us. Night has fallen. You can check the bed with X and you can sleep. You can also save at that camera. Look at us in our night sea one piece. Look at her. Lovely. You can think of this game's like having a house or apartment or room to go back to from all the scaries as this is Silent Hill 4 to the Fatal Frame series, and just that kind of mechanic alone. So if anyone knows anything about RE4 and how that eventually leads to with your house as you progress, that's a quick little hint for you of how this is gonna go. Miku. Okay, I guess I'll just fucking go to bed. I couldn't find Miku in the living room. Wait a minute. Miku. Darn it. Miku's in her room. She doesn't want to play fucking pillow fight with me. Damn it. I want to sleep. Speaking of depression, I've been working my way through the Evangelion movies. I'm finally on the last one. Oh, hun. Oh, hun. Are you okay? Do you need a hug? Do you need to talk about everything that entire franchise has been doing to you? Shinji needs to get into the fucking robot. 5 has also has excuses to go back to Haunted Village every day. Well, yeah, I think if I remember what little... I don't really know how 5 works, like, story-wise and, like, why you, how you constantly go back to the village, but it sounded kind of mission-based. Like, I know it's not gonna be, like, oh yeah, it's just a menu when you're outside of the mountain. But, like, that's what it sounded like, so I don't know. Anyway, we're back. Wait. What is it full of? It's full of old nails and chisels. Lovely. Was this here? I don't think that was there before. Protruding from the space under the wall is a large trunk. It looks like it's been emptied of its contents, and there's nothing inside it now. Do I have the camera still? I do. Okay. There's an old shelf. It doesn't seem to be anything on it. Passageway. There's some old candles. Ah! Fuck! That might have got me. Okay, so let's follow the ghosty. I'm sorry, lady. The actual only other alive person in this place right now. which is pretty cool. The last time we had someone alive with us, they came in with us and didn't leave with us, so... At least Shinji isn't as bad as Eren Yeager. Oh, wait. I don't know what you're talking about. I only watched a good chunk of season 1 of Attack on Titan, and I got bored. Honestly, I'm gonna say that right now. Was not interested in Attack on Titan.